the world can feel pretty scary these days, so I'm all about a little escapism, which is why I was so excited to lean into this month's social chapter selection, Rich Girl Summer.
It's an Audible original, Rich Girl Summer. It follows the story of Valerie. She's a down-on-her-luck event planner who's posing as a socialite's long-lost daughter. As she attempts to remain undercover, she finds herself uncovering the scandalous past of a secretive family and falling deeper and deeper in love with the family's infuriatingly handsome assistant, Nico. Take a listen.
He wanted to kiss her. He had to kiss her. He was dying to feel those lips, and after he kissed her, he wanted to trace them with his finger. He could have sworn that she wanted the same thing, but if he was wrong, then they had a very awkward night in a tent together and a long car ride tomorrow, and then the rest of the summer. He couldn't risk it. He had to be certain that she wanted this, and it wasn't simply Valerie playing for the sake of it. It had to be real.
Whoa. Okay, so we all have 20 seconds to sound off about this Audible original. Cynthia, why don't you get us started? What did you give Rich Girl Summer and why?
I gave this a 7 out of 10, and here's why. Because while I found it to be charming and ambitious, I also found it a bit meandering, and there were a lot of superfluous characters I didn't connect with. But if you're into a mildly spicy romance, this could be a great listen for you, especially if you're by a beach on vacation. Hot tip, this Audible is read by a hot, real-life couple, Philippa Sue and Stephen Pasquale. Take a look at that. I thought I would show you a photo just so you can have them in mind while you're listening.
Yes.
You're welcome. Now,
Well done,
you?
yes. That would have helped me because I gave this a 5.5 out of 10.
Whoa.
Here's why. Rich Girl Summer promised a getaway, but left me wanting to head home early. Protagonist Valerie Peng's story felt stunted and too tied to her love interest. When I was craving a deeper dive into her identity, she's half Asian like me. And also discuss more her outsider experience among wealthy white Torontonians. At 33 chapters, it was 22 long, and for the first time ever, I caught myself saying, I'm glad summer's over.
Whoa.
Andrea?
Tell us how you really feel, Mel. All right, well, I gave this a 6.9 out of 10, and here's why. Rich Girl Summer is a breezy rom-com set in a glamorous lakeside estate. And while the setup is playful, the sexual chemistry between the leads feels surprisingly muted, leaning more on a sweet banter than real heat. Now, the storyline entertains with its fun, twisty mystery and social intrigue, yet it doesn't quite soar. You get my drift? Well, it is a pleasant enough summer escape, but it's not one that leaves a big imprint on you. You get what I'm saying? Jess, how do you feel about it?
Okay, well, I gave this a 7.5 out of 10, and here's why. I liked the messy family drama, the eat the rich vibes. I really liked the whodunit mystery woven throughout, and I loved the simmering romance between Valerie and Nico. Was I sad when it ended? No, but I didn't need any SPF while I listened along, and quite frankly, it was more exciting than the summer I had.
Even in that double bed of yours.
Fair.
Even in your double bed.
Fair. Yeah. Okay, so in addition to Valerie and Nico's budding romance, we learned that Roger and his long-lost love, Yvette, who they had a secret love affair. They didn't, but they thought that their parents wouldn't approve, so they kept it under locks because Yvette is Chinese. So have you ever had a secret relationship? Cynthia.
I have.
Whoa.
I mean, one of the ones that comes to mind.
What? Sorry.
Is in university, I had a really tight friend group, and I dated one of the guys in first year, and then by the time third year rolled around, I was starting to date another one of the friend group guys, okay? Ooh. So this was very controversial, so we kept it under wraps for a long time. We were secretly referring to ourselves as the Monica and Chandler of the group.
God.
We would often be like at public events with everybody, and like our hands would be under the table touching each other. It was quite hot. It was. It eventually just kind of blew up and fell apart. So anyway, it didn't end well, but it started well.
That's how young love is supposed to end. For me, brace yourself, family, because I'm telling this story for the first time. So I was not allowed to have a boyfriend, or no one ever told me when I could, so I just got one and didn't say anything. And just so I wouldn't get in trouble and hear from my family, mainly my mother, I didn't say anything. So when it came time for my graduation and my prom, my parents thought I was single. So when I left the house, there's a picture of me in the dress. I told my parents, I know, that dress is so dynasty.
Andrea.
And my parents were like, go have a good time. I wasn't sleeping over. They lent me the family car and they're like, all right, have a good time, see you later. What they don't know is I drove to my boyfriend's house and his mom, his grandparents, and his brother and his girlfriend were all there, and we took pictures and we got in a limo. So I have 2 different sets of prom pictures. One at my parents' house and one at my boyfriend's house. You're welcome. Talk to you later.
Oh my God, that's good.
So, yeah.
That's good.
Secrets
You're
out now.
getting a call after the show
honey,
today.
The phone is probably
God.
ringing off the hook right now.
Already. Hey, well, speaking of secrets, Roger hires Valerie to play his long-lost daughter in order to flush out a family secret. So, do you believe in letting sleeping dogs lie like a family secret? Or do you need the truth to come out, Mel?
Oh, for me, listen, normally I would say let sleeping dogs lie, except this past summer, my cousins and I, we all brought our moms up north, and we got to some deep stuff, and all the moms who all grew up together in the Philippines started to share a lot of family secrets that we did not know about. And we thought we knew everything about our moms and the family, and I'll tell you, we were up till 4 in the morning.
Wow.
And so the secrets, I guess because they don't hurt anybody, a lot of people they were talking about have passed, and I guess maybe if it doesn't hurt somebody, but I'll tell you, I have a whole new perspective on my mom, her sisters,
cool.
even more respect than I even had for them. They went through
Like
a
more
lot of stuff.
understanding, essentially.
More understanding,
See, that's
which means
beautiful.
spill the tea.
Yeah.
It's so good.
That's good. That's good. I
Yeah,
love that.
It's true. Okay, so let's move on to Valerie. We mentioned her off the top. She's an event planner. She specializes in meaningful celebrations of life. I can't believe I'm asking you this on this show, but anyway, here goes, Jess. What would your celebration of life look like?
Oh my gosh, well, I actually think it would be great. I think there'd be really good food, really good wine. There'd be really great stories told, hopefully. And I think there'd be beautiful music. And I would take a page out of something we did at my dad's celebration of life that we had in August, which I was initially against. So he had a great deal of books, CDs, and LPs. Those are records for the younger folks in the audience. And after the family sort of chose the ones that they wanted that were sentimental to them, my stepmother said, let's bring the rest to the celebration of life so people can take. And I was like, oh God, no one's gonna take them. This sounds like a horrible idea. But you know what? It's seeing people with armfuls of books saying, your dad introduced me to this book, or I listened to this with your dad. It was so beautiful. So I would do that. I would do
love
that.
I love that
with
so
my
much.
crap. Try to get rid of it.
All right, we love that. All right, so think it's safe to say that this Audible original definitely got us talking. And good news, you can join Mel and Jess on Instagram Live today at 4:30 Eastern to continue this fun conversation, including whether they ever pretended to be someone else and how quickly they go in for a first kiss when dating. I'm tuning in just for that.
I want all my ex-boyfriends to tune in today.
Gosh, we're gonna break the internet.
Oh, we are.
Hey, but guess what time it is? It's time for the big reveal. Drum roll, please. Because our next social chapter selection is Pride and Prejudice by someone named Jane Austen.
What? By someone.
It's a new full cast adaptation of the beloved classic romance. This Audible original tells the story of the fiercely independent Elizabeth Bennet, who has no intention of settling for any man or frankly any life that isn't of her own choosing. But when she's introduced to the wealthy and completely insufferable Mr. Darcy, she starts to rethink everything, including herself.
It's a classic. So listen, it has got a star-studded cast, including Glenn Close, Bill Nighy. So make sure to head to audible.ca to experience it for yourself. Scan this trusty QR code, which we're going to throw up on the screen. It's going to take you straight to the audiobook. Your first one is free with your membership. So what you waiting for? Join along this listen with us, and then we'll be talking about it soon.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.